We are here again for the second episode of Karya Siddhi Hanuman Temple Vegetable Garden. Today we will learn about compost and what they are using, how they are doing it, and more details of the second part of the vegetable garden. Thank you. There are around 15 to 20 plants, and now I think he's left a bunch of these okras for seeds. But if you look, they are not like, they are still soft. They are not the hard ones. So some of them they left for seeds. There must be somewhere around 20-25 plants. Enough when you pluck them, enough for one family, but we use it at the temple, most of them. Gummadkai, it's a type of god, it's a pumpkin. If you look up over here, see, this is from the temple and this is from the plant up here, and it is spread all over. Like he said, it is the forest type of cultivating this land. And it's interesting how you have birakais in it. There are lots of bees up here, and if you notice, it's nicely kept at the same time, so there are no snakes or anything like that, because people are walking constantly. And this is the Gummadkai patch.
Bees also won't hurt anyone. Because we didn't feed them as the chemicals.
Any chemicals, so they don't sting anybody. Excellent. There's some sunflower patch. This is where we had some of our work done for the temples. If you look at some of the beautiful idols, they're all from here. See the small Gummadkais up here, pumpkins. Some are left for animals to eat.
We have
a few more over here. So you would think that it's a very unkept farm. No, it is not. There is a reason for it to be kept like this, because they wanted to go the forest way of getting the vegetables, and they are very tasty and they have a lot of medicinal powers in it.
In rainy seasons, we didn't step in here. Why? Because a lot of insects will be growing here.
So we didn't want to step. So now it's almost at the end. So if you look, there's more Gummadkai up there. Simple things that you could do. You can get a lot of vegetables for food up here. Excellent. Plant is very small, one plant up here, but they have gotten so many Gummadkais. It's interesting. They put vadiyalu out of this. You can make dappalam out of it. There's lot of other items that can be made out of this. And even the flowers they use to make some bhaji out of it. It's interesting. And you see there's dondakai, birakai up there also. Here with a lot of them to be harvested. Shivaji is harvesting some now. And see, dosakai is up here. I have to very carefully not to step on any plants. This is the dosakaya patch, along with the sunflowers up here. So it's naturally coming up. The bees are naturally coming because of the flowers around and all of that. Very interesting style of growing on the ground. And again, this is the sorekai and birakai patch.
So while doing watering, we will keep Swamiji music. Literally, they will enjoy
the plants also get the music, you say?
Yes.
Excellent. So they have had amazing harvest over here. I'm surprised still many people did not come to record it, but it is a hidden patch of the temple. Next time you visit the temple, do come around and look from outside, because don't come inside, because if Shivaji is not there, you cannot come inside. This is the dosakai. See, there is only one part over here, and so many dosakais. So no yard is big or small. Try with one dosakai plant. For all you know, you would get enough for your house as well as your neighbors. You can make friends with the vegetables. Yeah. So what we hear is, we've heard people say that they talk to their floral plants. So we do put Swamiji music over here while working. So it's easy for the folks who are enjoying the volunteer work and also the plants. Very interesting concept. I think I really like that. For sambar and all of it. So this is an initial harvest of just today's harvest that he's picking up today. So if you look at it, the number of birakai, he's still not done. The number of birakais and surakais and dosakais are a lot. And we do, like I said, they did leave a lot of them for the animals, small animals to eat. So we have, this is the sorakai patch. Now we will go inside. Just go to the bigger patch of sorakais, birakais and dosakais. For the Jeevamrutam is what is called, correct Shivaji?
Yes, Jeevamrutam.
So he also helps a lot of us with this buckets of Jeevamrutam, and it's interesting concept, and I would love for him to tell. And he uses this big bucket up here to mix and do. So Shivaji, what do you use in Jeevamrutam? What is the Jeevamrutam method?
Jeevamrutam, it's introduced by Subhash Palekar. It came from our Vedic farming. So we are using completely coming from the nature. Whatever we are getting from the nature, we're using it for them. So we are collecting cow dung and cow urine, cow milk, and the soil which we are collecting from the ground of the tree. So, and jaggery and besan powder, which helps to be, grow the all jivas on Jeevamrutam.
Okay.
So whenever we put the Jeevamrutam for the plants, it attracts the earthworms.
Okay.
So besan, soil and jaggery.
What it makes?
It makes Jeevamrutam. Jeevamrutam, which is our ancient farming technique we used to do for
So
natural
what are the
farming.
5 ingredients?
Five
One
ingredients.
Is,
One is
gomutram,
gomutram,
that is cow's
cow's urine,
and this is
that's
soil,
soil,
Mhm.
and
and this is jaggery,
jaggery, and
this is cow dung,
cow dung. This is best.
this is basin.
Yeah,
basin.
we need to
Okay.
mix properly. So, whoever lost their plants, it's whenever they're going to be dried out or they're going to be died out. So they will bring the plants here. So we saw a lot of plants there grow. Did you saw that bonsai?
Yes, there are a lot of
plants?
bonsais. They were all dead
already
ones from.
completely dried up.
They dried up plants from different devotees.
Yeah.
They have kept it here so that they can grow. And we did see, right, that the bonsai plants are all growing. So now Shivaji will show us the compost area. And also I'll show you how he waters the plants. So if you see, these are water cans, which are like just like the traditional ones that we find in the farm. They have a backpack kind of a thing for it. And they have
We
this,
use like the rain
use the thing, and they use the rain method to water the plants. And this is what they use for putting the compost. What do you use these cans?
So those for Panchagavya.
Oh, this is what he uses for Panchagavya. So there is another type of thing you use, natural product. So what is Panchagavya? I heard about this from Shankarji.
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me a little bit about.
So Panchagavya means 5 elements which is coming from the cow.
Okay.
So we collect the cow dung, cow urine, and
Cow milk.
curd, manure, and that ghee. So we'll mix that and we'll dry the, filter the water. We'll feed them.
So you add, you do your own Panchagavyam too. So next time when you have, or if you have some information on that, just let me know.
Sure.
So what I will do is I'll do another episode on Panchagavya and the Jeevamrita and the compost, so you folks can actually understand what it is and how they can do. Excellent, excellent. And
These are all devotional plants.
these are all devotional plants. Here we have the people plant or the banyan plant. Which one is this?
Yeah, people plant.
People plant. And we have the Avadumbaram here. And
Jammi.
okay, we have gotten the Jammi plant this year. Very, very good. So we during Ramanavami, it is like gold. Exactly. And Tummi plant, during Dasaras, they share this as gold. Exactly. Tulsi plant and Bilva plant. These are small plants. And then this is the palm plants.
Yeah, palm plant.
Yeah. And this is the compost that he was talking
Bokashi
about
method.
from Bukashi method. So if you see, it's
if
as
you
good as
find
soil.
these veggies here, so this is tomato plant which is came
pot.
from the
So you use
pot.
this pot to put all the veggies and it becomes this
Yeah,
kind.
yeah.
Oh, excellent. So you see, it is very easy. You just take one pot and start putting veggies
Yeah,
in
we
it.
used to put the some bowl under this bucket.
for the insects to go away.
So no, actually it filters some juice. So we call the bokashi tea.
Okay.
We use that for plants.
Oh, bokashi tea that is used for plants. Excellent. So we've learned a lot of new things, Shivaji, that the bokashi method of composting and then panchakachaya and then the jivamrutam. So these are some of the things that our farmers are using back home in India. So we are learning this technique here in Texas, Frisco, Texas, and we are getting abundance of vegetables.
Believe us, we haven't used single drop of pesticide.
Pesticides have not been used at all, and organic farming is the key. So if you look, this is a huge vegetable yard. I am so blessed to come here. Oh, we have parijatam here, and then there's some few mallis. We haven't gone into the malli part because we are concentrated primarily, and there's some turmeric and taro root up there.
So that's one type of method which give turmeric who are growing up from the
Ground
it will generate the nitrogen, potassium, all those things.
for the plants.
So we can use that ash from the homa as well. So if you use the ash, it will give potassium, magnesium, calcium.
Also,
for
the it's called the ash, yeah, the vibhuti kind of a thing, but not vibhuti. You can use that for excellent. So you use that also for the plant.
They're adding neem oil for plants.
Parting words for us, Shivaji, as we to help our viewers how and why they should do organic farming in their homes.
Yeah, with the help of, with the blessings of Swamiji, we got this opportunity to. It's like we are showing them for the people who are coming to here. So we are showing all the techniques to be, grow own vegetables. So we are encouraging them. We are, asking them to be grow the own veggies.
Grow their own veggies.
With
Excellent.
clean veggies without
Pesticides.
So this year, almost 50 families growing home veggies.
From your encouragement, basically. Yes,
yeah,
excellent.
We are all the volunteers who are preparing Jivamrutam. We are giving to them as well to.
So people can come
Yeah,
here
people.
to ask about Jivamrutam, make it themselves, or during the times when it's peak season, we always give some donation and take some Jivamrutam as part of it. But
Yeah,
it is not something that is sold here, but it is to encourage the devotees and the people around to raise their own food. This is one of Swamiji's initiative to grow vegetables and eat healthy. So it's very interesting concept.
Learn from us. So we are teaching many techniques: Vedic farming, the US technique farming, and the Indian rural area farming. 3 types of farming we are doing. We are incarnation that bokashi method, which is from Japan. We are incarnation from this one of the method US natural farming. We are incarnation one of the farming Indian farming. We are giving all the techniques for growing. So very few people coming here, students and kids,
the learning that
learning
too.
the farming.
Excellent, right? So if you look, it's not about just the veggies. It is about keeping your different techniques of farming also alive. And we here in Texas are learning a lot about rural farming and all of this from our yards, and are able to produce our own food, share the food with the neighbors, and also sometimes it's like we all give it to the temple too if we have a lot of abundance of surakais or birakais. It's a concept that we are learning, and I hope you all also learn this from this video and be encouraged to do your own farming. Thank you for watching us, and like us and comment on us. And it's an amazing temple yard, and I hope everybody is blessed with lot of fruit and vegetable. This is our temple vegetable garden in Frisco, Texas, as part of our volunteer work from temple volunteers.